Oh boy, I don't know. I was watching TV with Sandy. We were talking and yakking, and I don't know. One of the commercials came up for, one of those cruise lines. The big cruise ship that's like 200 feet above the ocean. It's got golf courses and auto racing and thousands of rooms and I guess restaurants and entertainment and lots of things to see and do. I'm sure. And Sandy was, I don't know, actually, it wasn't Sandy. Sandy was kind of quiet watching it. And I said to her, I don't think, and I think she agreed with me, I don't think I'd really like to go on that. I mean, I guess, yeah, I imagine once you get on there, it'd be fun, but it's like a big hotel floating, which it's like it's like a tennis court that floats. It's like an amusement park that floats with bands and stuff. I again, I'm sure it's great, but yeah, I said, what would be nice is you get out, and I would think this could be done. I may have mentioned this before, and someone's got to send this to the Department of the Navy. Maybe go right straight to the big guy, whoever. Maybe Donald Trump would go for this, or maybe at least the whoever's leading the Navy right now, the Grand Admiral. Okay, here's what you do: you get some of the ships that are old now, but were Navy ships, destroyers, PT boats, cruisers, aircraft carriers, and maybe some battleships. Ones that aren't being used. I don't say take them away from the defense of our country, but there's got to be older ones that are probably being turned into Fords and Chevys. Again, which is fine. Nothing wrong with Ford and Chevy, and I'm sure cutting down an old ship is probably easier than digging a mine. But imagine if you could take some of those ships, the destroyers, the cruisers, etc., and turn them into a kind of cruise ship where you go out to sea for a week or two. Yeah, on a ship of war. Oh, oh, I like that. You could probably do a thing where you fire blanks. There'd be all sorts of things. You could have you have to eat down in the mess. You have chores you got to do. Hey, did you did you swab that deck yet, young man? No, no, sir. Give me push-ups. And you could almost make it. I guess you got to do it to where the kids aren't going to be crying and stuff and scared. But I think you could do, you could have all sorts of stuff about the Navy, the U.S. Navy throughout its history. Um, you could eat the food, which, by the way, as I recall it, Navy food is not bad at all. No, oh, maybe one or two things, but maybe when they're serving sauerkraut and pork. Ugh. But I'm sure on a cruise ship they'd probably have a little bit of a menu. It would be a relatively small crew, as cruise ships go, and I don't know. I could see it. You could get into a race with one another. You could even maybe get a hold of some enemy ships and have and not actual blast from a cannon, but there'd probably be a way to tell that you hit your target, right? Without hitting it, right? There'd have to be something in this day and age of such technical brouhahas. I would think you could do that. And one night maybe you're sound asleep, and all of a sudden the chiefs are screaming, "All hands on deck! All hands on deck!" And everyone's got to get their clothes on and run up, run up topside, and well, they're having a popcorn party in movies. It wouldn't be that case, yes. If something like that happened at night, you got trouble. Someone sighted a sub, and the sub sighted you. But oh, and I might be over exaggerating some of this, but I would, and maybe you don't do all that uh, total Navy stuff, but I could see where people might just really dig that. Any guy that was a sailor would definitely want to take his family on board, right? And you make it, you don't make it so where it's the kids all have a class on how to cuss, and yeah, maybe not that, uh, but you see what I mean. You'd have to really think it out how you want to present it. But I could see it. Oh, I could see it. That would be I would think it'd be amazing. You'd have to have a lot of, you'd have to be careful that you don't necessarily get everyone seasick. Uh, but then again, well, I guess you wouldn't want to do that. The seasick's pretty sick. Oh, you, no one might want to eat till they get off the ship and get off the get off the gangplank and kiss the ground. But I think people would actually enjoy it. I think give it time. Pick your oceans, your sea, your conditions, and again, don't go crazy with firing 18-inch guns and stuff. But you could actually you could almost mimic it and just show what it's like to do that kind of thing, and that might be better. But again, you see what I mean. I honestly, I could see that. I could. Hopefully, someone in the Navy department's working on this, even as we speak. Okay. Anyway, I'll see you later. I just throwing it overboard for you and see what maybe we can maybe what can be accomplished. Again, I don't think I'd make it too gory, but you could definitely make it an adventure, and you could fire at targets. That could be worked out. You pick a quiet spot on the sea and an area reserved for that kind of thing, and you don't have to fire live ammo. I mean, well, you could, but I mean, not something that's going to explode. Yeah, yeah, I could see it. I could see it. Anyway, I'll see you later. Anchors away. Bye now, matey.